our first virtual craft time with the Hocutt-Ellington Memorial Library. My name is Miss Laura and we are so happy that you could join us today. So for today's craft, we are going to be making a straw musical lute. So it's going to look like this when we have finished. So if you were able to pick up a grab-and-go craft bag from the library, it would have looked like this. It's got our instructions on the front. And if you weren't able to get one, that's okay. We have the directions for this craft in the comments for this video. So you can find the directions, and if you can get the supplies, then you can join in with us. So in your bag, you would have had 8 straws, plastic straws, and a little tape dispenser. And then the only other supplies that you absolutely need is a pair of scissors. Any pair of scissors will do. Some optional supplies that might make this a little easier is a ruler if you have it, and a marker. Permanent marker would probably work best because we're going to mark the lengths on our straws to cut them. Alright, so on your bag, like we said, there are our instructions so you can follow along for what to do. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to measure each of our straws, and each straw is going to be a different length. That's how we get the different sounds through the vibration to make our music. So each straw will be a different length. If, like we said, if you have a ruler, the directions do give you the exact measurements to make each straw. If you don't have a ruler, you can just kind of eyeball it as long as your first straw is your longest, and then each straw after that is going to get shorter, kind of like you see in our picture here. So each straw you'll just cut a little bit shorter, and you can definitely just eyeball those measurements if you choose. Okay, so if you have a ruler, there are those measurements on our directions. This is under step 1, so we're going to hold our straw up to our ruler, and it's 7.7 inches. We're going to make sure we're on the inches side, and that's a little bit over 7.5. So really, our first straw we don't have to do much cutting with. It's about the right length already. So I'm going to put that one down. And as we go, we want to label our straws 1 through 8. With 1 being the longest. So I just used my marker and wrote a number 1 on my straw. It's probably a little hard to see, but it's there. I'm going to take my second straw. Once again, hold it up. Okay, and this measurement is going to be 6.7 inches. So I'm going to mark a little over 6.5 with my ruler. And I just use the marker to mark where I'm going to cut. Okay, so I have my straw that I've cut to the right length, and then I've got this little excess straw piece, and I'm actually going to hold on to this for the end. So I'm just going to make a pile over here with my excess pieces. All right, we're going to measure and cut the rest of our straws. All 8 of our straws, they are cut, and like we said, they are getting, our first one is the longest, number 1, and we're going to work our way all the way down to our shortest straw, number 8, which is just a little guy there. So I have my straws, they are lined up in order, 1 through 8, from longest to shortest. So now on step 3, we're going to tape our straws together in order from longest to shortest. To space the straws, you can tape some of the cut pieces as spacers between the long straws. So this is when we said we're going to hold on to our cut pieces that we didn't need. They're over here in a nice little pile. So you can take one of your cut straws and just cut it into a little piece. Not very big at all. Maybe about that width, but we can place those cut pieces in between our straws just to kind of space them out, so when we are blowing air over them, It kind of gives a space between which straw you want to blow on. So I'm going to cut, once again, this little piece and put it between each of my straws 1 through 8. Okay, just wanted to show you a close-up of what our craft should look like in progress. So, like we said, we've got our straws 1 through 8, and they're lined up in order from longest to shortest. And then we have those little cut pieces in between each straw to help space them out. And I've kind of moved my cut pieces down a little bit so that when I do go to blow on my lute here, I won't be blowing into the cut pieces because we want to be blowing into our 1 through 8 straws. So if you had that ruler, or even if you just have a book or something with a straight edge, it can help to just kind of take it and make sure all of your straws are nice and even and level. And so that way when you start to play your straw lute, it'll be a little easier. So just leveling them out. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take our tape dispenser and just tape it right across all of the straws. And I am going to tape it front and back. So we'll show that in just a second. Okay, so we took our straws. They're in order. They're nice and even. We used our ruler to make sure that they're all level. And then we're going to take our little baby tape dispenser and put I like to pull out one long piece of tape and just kind of put it down over all of my straws at once. And then I am going to push the tape on each straw just to make sure it is nice and stuck. If you pull it up, your straws actually come with it. I'm going to flip it over so that I can now tape the back side. Cut my tape, get it on the back side once again. I'm just going to push that tape down on each little straw so that everything is taped together. And there you have it. This is our straw lute. So on our directions page there, you see there are some songs to try. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and Mary Had a Little Lamb. So this is when it can be helpful if you numbered your straws for playing those songs. So we hope you have fun. Do make sure when you blow, you're blowing the air straight across your straw. And you can hear, hopefully, that as you blow, your sound's going to get higher. And it tells you there what's happening. Your vibration, your air going over the straw is causing a vibration that is creating sound. So, pretty cool science lesson here as well. So we really hope that you enjoyed this take-home craft, and we hope to see you next week.